This
and then
is the
he does
most
it to
horrifying cold open we've ever done.
And then he
ever.
does it to other people, and it just passes down the lineage.
I don't like this pyramid scheme.
You see,
Pyramid scheme.
Zach, your mic stands backwards.
Your
Yeah.
mic stands backwards. It turns out, in fact, my mic stand was backwards.
I don't know how I'm going to cut around this
Don't cut
opening.
any of it. Let it be.
No,
Talk about your day.
You're
Go.
always wrong about that.
No, I'm not.
I had to include some extra seconds.
Okay.
What are you laughing at?
I was laughing at their faces.
Hey guys, welcome back to Friends by Default. But we're all friends here, even if we laugh at each other's facial features.
Yeah.
Look, you guys
Cool.
were making funny faces. I can't help it. It's good to be back. My name is Brooks Vernon. I'm the co-creator of this here show. Across from me is
I'm Zach Teal. I am the signature best boy of the show.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm.
That's all I can
guess.
I mean, like, would you want to put it to a vote? Next to me is Liam Wallace.
Wait, did we get the vote?
Go ahead and introduce yourself, Liam.
I'm Liam Wallace. I'm the co-creator, co-host, and sound engineer for Friends by Default.
Yep.
And across from me is Josh Yaskovich.
Yeah, and I'm the guy who shows up when he can.
It's
Okay.
It's nice having all four of us
Yeah,
here
it
for the
is.
recording.
Yeah.
This is the first.
It is.
What is it?
Oh my god,
Six?
it's actually the first.
This is episode 6, right?
This is episode 5 proper, and then
Ah.
one special D&D episode.
The best Star Wars.
But
Right?
No.
Okay.
no, the best one's episode 8. Anyway, so
I
this
want you to know I'm
show.
going to spit in your mouth at your funeral.
Well, I want you to know that you're wrong about movies.
I
so.
just want you to know that my spit will be in your mouth when you're dead. I could care less about the movies.
Josh, you don't know me
You
at all.
started this.
You don't know
You
me at all. I
started
want it when
all
I'm
this.
alive. I want it in there when I'm alive.
So this is
Okay.
a comedy podcast where we like to discuss hypothetical situations
Okay,
and our day-to-day lives.
So we call this Friends by Default because this is a friendly environment of where we are openly able to discuss the real questions,
the nitty, the gritty.
the hypothetical scenarios, but also the philosophical quandaries that have affected man, woman, and everything else for centuries.
Oh my god, that's a long time.
Yes, it is a long time, Josh.
Almost like 100 years.
Oh,
You get it?
I
Because 100 years was the old show. Brooks and Zach, 100 years.
This is a lot of crosstalk.
Then don't talk when I'm talking.
yeah. Just
Yeah.
stop talking for the rest of
problem
the show.
solved if we
I
stop
think
talking
you're the-
over each
yeah,
other.
I think
I'm
you're
not
the
even-
problem with
My
the show,
voice
Brooks.
is
Okay.
obviously the best one.
That was like 10 seconds of a fucking nightmare. Josh,
10 seconds of your nightmare.
Josh, you and I were very mean to each other
We
before
were.
this.
Because
before
you
this episode
started
I
Started it?
Yes. He looked at me and was like, "Oh, I'm so glad I get to have we get to start like an hour later." And I was like, "Oh, okay, little sassy boy."
you did instigate it, but I think you egged it on.
You-
Oh, yeah, of course. What am I going to do? What am I, a pussy?
You
You gotta assert your dominance on friends by default, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
what happened to the whole friendly space thing?
Hell. We're
Josh,
good at working partners.
I would just like to say I'm sorry for saying that.
Yeah.
It was rude and uncalled for, and
I
it's-
accept your apology, but I don't apologize. Everything I do.
He
is
never
justified.
he never did anything wrong
No,
once.
no.
You licked his mic.
Yeah, but that's because he insulted my family, and like no one will know that because it wasn't recorded. So there we go. Enough about me. More about you.
okay, I think that's enough of an intro. Let's go into our what do we have today for our questions and scenarios?
You want to have the hypothetical situation first because I think I got a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
But before I get into it, I need each of you individually to think. Don't say it out loud, but think of a word. And what's going to happen is we're going to combine these 3 words together, and it's going to be the name of your franchise. I won't tell you what the franchise is until after the name is created. I'll give you guys a couple seconds. Do you guys have a?
I have a word.
I better not be Sonic.
Oh, now that I think about it, it's a little Sonic.
Oh, little. Is it just little and Sonic?
It can be a compound word or like a small something, but it will have to be combined with the other two.
Can it be a phrase?
Sure. If it's I'll figure it out.
It's only a 2-word phrase.
That's okay.
I got one.
All right. I'll just go in order. Don't change it if somebody else said so. Okay, go ahead.
Please don't start on me.
Okay, Liam.
Chili.
Chili.
Star Wars.
Chili Star Wars.
Enterprises.
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
That's why I didn't want you to start me. Chili, Star Wars, Enterprises.
Okay, so it's the Star Chili Enterprise War.
Okay.
Okay, we are Star Chili Enterprise War.
Now,
Hang on.
Enterprises.
Can we workshop this a little?
No.
Okay, the company meeting for this franchise or whatever, the brain trust, and we have spent the past 7 days locked in a hotel room, cut off from the entire outside world, coming up with the best. I don't know what this is going to be yet. You said franchise, which is kind of vague.
It will be a business that you are providing a service.
Okay,
You are
a
providing
business.
service.
So we needed to come up with
Hold
the
on.
perfect brand.
Instead of Star Chili Enterprise War, because that's
Enterprises.
Enterprises War, it should be Star Chili Wars Enterprises.
That's okay. That's what I said.
Chili.
And then he changed it.
Okay, yeah. Chili
Star Chili War Enterprises.
Okay.
There you go.
War of the Star Chilies Enterprises.
There's a period in front of
It's
Enterprises.
a semicolon,
Yeah,
actually.
it's okay.
There used to be a regular business called Star Chili War, but then they revised it a little bit. And
Yeah,
made it
that's
the
that's
Enterprises.
Star Chili Wars Incorporated, and we
Oh.
wanted to distinguish it. But like I said, we spent a week cut off from all civilization in a hotel room, coming up with the perfect brand for our business.
Yes.
And the best we came up with was Star Chili Wars Enterprises, so that we could distinguish it from the other successful brand,
Yes.
Star Chili Wars Incorporated.
There were many nights of staying up, burning the candle from end to end, and a lot of money was wasted. Like a lot. We did a lot of coke.
You did a lot of coke. I'm sober.
I did a lot of coke.
We rented a room in another hotel across town just in case we felt like we wanted to go there
Yes.
to get a new creative space.
Brooks, Liam, and Zach did none of the coke and watched me do all the coke.
It was weird.
This wasn't even a part of the business.
It was not. I
expenses.
showed up.
Wait, hang on.
I showed up with the coke.
Hang
It was
on.
supposed to be me and Brooks, and then you just started doing
Wait,
coke.
okay, so how involved is Zach in this? Because
I
you
just
said it
showed
was
up.
the three of us.
Yeah, it is the three of you guys. I was
Okay,
just
so
there.
half
You
of
showed
the
up with me with the coke.
board of directors just kind of showed up at the end, and a quarter of them were carrying cocaine.
Yeah, like all successful businesses from the 80s.
So
And never passed
Zach,
that.
Zach was just the ass of which
Yeah.
Yaskovich did cocaine off of.
Yeah.
I
That's
don't
a
want to talk
bony
about that
butt.
anymore. But would you guys like to know what your franchise does?
I mean,
I
yeah.
guess we have to.
So now,
I
actually,
thought we decided that.
well, no, because I have a base structure, but
'Cause
you
I have
guys
a
can
good
decide
idea.
how it goes. Now, let me just ask you: do you want it to be like a chain, like a McDonald's-esque kind of thing, not a restaurant,
Yes.
but like a chain, like
I
everywhere?
thought we
Yes.
all get to decide
or is
that.
it like a
I
mom?
vote yes.
Well, my vote was also yes,
Hang
Liam.
on,
I
hang
just
on.
wanted you to know it was yes.
Hang on, we're just yelling over each other at this point.
So,
you know?
let me give you
we are friends here, and we need to speak as friends.
All right, let me give you guys.
This is how we
I hope
actually.
you die.
This is how we speak as friends.
All right, let me give you guys the three options before you immediately decide on one.
Okay.
Okay, first one is like a chain. The other one is like a mom and pop store. There's
course.
only one,
Uh-huh.
but like everybody's like, oh, it's like the capital of Ohio. We gotta go there. Like that's it's,
what?
It's
what
a
the
landmark.
fuck are you talking about?
No, like
like we gotta go to the capital of Ohio.
We have to go to Columbus, the mom and pop of cities.
We
no, 'cause-
have to
I'm
go.
sorry, I should have said it's more like a landmark, like the Washington Monument. Not
Say like the Empire State Building.
Yeah, Empire
that's,
State
Yeah,
Building,
that's
something
something
like
people
that.
actually go to.
Or the third one is it's like a Waffle House. You never really want to go in them, but
Yeah,
you just
but
see
they're just
them
always
all-
there.
You're
Yeah.
just aware that they exist.
Yes. So what would you prefer it to be?
Clearly, the Waffle House.
Yeah, the Waffle House one.
Hang
the
on,
third.
hang on.
2 votes against 1.
I feel like you guys are going to Waffle House pretty quickly. Let's think about this.
Okay.
With the three options, first option, just a normal chain, get that out of here.
Uh-huh.
But to be the whatever we're selling, capital of Nebraska or wherever, like there's a lot of potential in that. Like, just being, we have to also consider the structure of how, like, corporate wise, of how we run this. Who is the mom and who is the pop?
Or we could be a really sketchy, creepy place you see when you're driving somewhere,
and you're a little drunk,
and you're a little drunk, and a lot of crime and racism happens there.
How comes?
Do you want to be successful or do you want to make money? Choose.
Hang on. I feel like we're considering that these two options are like mutually exclusive. When I don't think, like, it's 2018. That doesn't need to be the case anymore. How many mom and pop places of business do you guys know of that are renowned for being sketchy as fuck? Ooh. We can be the first.
Ooh.
That does fit in with what you are going to be selling.
Imagine the Waffle House of mom and pop businesses.
Chili Star Wars Enterprises. Off
The
of
mom and pop
highway
shop
on Route 95.
Below the highway.
You don't even know the name of your enterprises.
Nope.
It's Star Chili Wars Enterprises.
Yeah, but does anybody really know?
Holy shit.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to run this fucker straight into the ground.
We're going to run this fucking city into the ground.
We're going to run it so far into the ground, it's going to come on the other side of the earth, or come out on the other side of the earth. It's going to come at the same time. I'm sorry. Truly, the both.
So... now that you have decided to be the sketchiest mom and pop shop, I believe, is that
Yes.
unanimous at this point? Okay. So for being the sketchiest mom and pop shop, would you like to know what service you're providing, everybody?
Yes.
Si, senor.
I'm going to be vague with it because I want you guys to fill it out. Okay.
Of course.
Let me just say it all very simply. Yeah. So you guys are in charge with delivering or creating and delivering a personal portable hell for one person. So, like, let's say John Smith is like, man, my ex Martha, she is a bitch. I need you to make her a personal hell.
Yeah.
And it lasts for an hour at a time. People can pay by the hour. And it can keep overlapping. So how are you going to market a portable hell per person? And it can vary from person to person. It doesn't have to stick the same.
Okay, hang on. Let's break this down a little. Let's break this down. Does it? So when you say portable, like, does it have to be portable?
We bring it to them.
Like, we have to. Like, are we delivery?
Is it like a box?
Are we delivery or are we DiGiorno? Please answer that question.
You
for
are
me.
a higher quality, so you are, of course, DiGiorno.
Is that higher quality?
I like DiGiorno.
I've never had a DiGiorno pizza before.
So-
You know, like
Sponsored by
delivery
DiGiorno.
pizza, it's like that, but frozen, and then you make it worse.
So when I say portable, I mean you can either take the whole experience to them, like maybe at their house, convert their whole house into this hellish nightmare, or like a motel room, or maybe it's a park, but you quarantine off the park. I don't know. Portable means you can take it anywhere, but only an hour at a time.
Okay.
So what we're doing is wildly illegal.
I mean, there's some morality
So we
issues.
are actually making real Waffle Houses, is what you're telling me.
Hey, guess what? We converted your house to a Waffle House.
No!
Okay, let's hang on. We're going all over the place right now. Let's start from like the bones of the thing.
Yeah,
First, we need to do research on the person.
Well, like, okay, hang on. I still think you're getting ahead of yourself. Okay, so we're under the highway. We have built a little store. I imagine like you go inside. There's like it's mostly just like a waiting room area, and then like a counter. That you go up to
like a doctor's office kind of thing,
kind of like that, but like also like it gives you the thing of where you take a number and you
like
wait.
a deli?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a deli.
It's a mix between a deli and a doctor's office, much like our service that we provide.
Truly. There's some butchering that will happen.
Okay, so
hold on. Sub rule: you cannot kill anybody.
Oh, of course.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
so that like it.
I mean, yes, that would be illegal, of course.
Right.
But this clearly isn't.
yeah, but putting needles in their eyes over and over again isn't.
I'm going to say
Or
any
armor.
form of actual physical harm.
But can we make
Okay,
it so that
okay,
they
hang
think that's
on.
happening to them?
It can be close, but it can't be like, oh, you just stab them in the stomach a bunch of times. It needs to be like they're paying.
But what if that's their personal hell?
Well, then you make it a bit
Then
more.
that
clear.
is a boring fucking person.
Exactly. Exactly. Every person has a specific fear or something that will be a hell for
Oh,
them.
my greatest phobia is getting stabbed a bunch. Okay, cool, dude.
Well, you don't know that until you get stabbed a bunch, Liam.
Let's do this.
Pulls out a huge Bowie knife.
Et tu, Josh. I was trying to think of a way to make that 2 syllables.
Et tu.
Et tu, like Josh Tay or something like
Joshua.
that. I don't know. Fuck.
Here, let's take it again. Go ahead and say Joshua. And just
I
cut it.
kind of don't want to now.
Good.
So you come. Okay, so let's imagine like what. Let's go through the process for a customer of ours. For a guest of ours, thank you. If we're gonna be a proper corporate structure and setting, so a guest comes in. They go into our very bad, mean building.
Here, okay, I can play the guest for you. Just
Okay.
I'll be
Alright,
John
thank you.
Smith. Nothing
Yeah,
crazy.
yes.
So John Smith opens. Is it an open door? Or is it like an automatic, like ding ding?
It's a ding dong door.
You have to open the door, but there is a bell above it to let us know.
It is
that-
a automatic door, but you have to open it yourself because it's broken.
Remember, it's mom and pop, so we can't. So we spent a lot of money on that automatic door, but we cannot afford to repair it.
Okay.
So instead, we just kind of attached a bell to it, so
Yeah.
you kind of have to hit the bell in order to come
Okay.
in.
So
Yeah.
I open the door and then I see please ring. So I just ding ding.
Oh, hey, welcome.
Okay, so Josh is behind the counter. All right.
What is the uniform? I don't think I've asked.
Nothing.
It's mom and pop, remember? It's like an apron or something.
I'm gonna base this off one of my favorite shows. It's a yellow polo that says hell on it.
Oh, is that fucking the Hell Show?
Can I combine
On
those
Adult
two?
Swim? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking
Is
about.
that it?
It's called Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell.
Yeah.
I thought it
Yes.
was called The Hell Show. I kind of like that name more.
I just want to combine all three of those ideas. Naked, wearing an apron that is yellow that says hell on it.
That's what I'm wearing.
All right.
How can I help you?
It's a good thing you're behind the counter.
Yeah. Oh.
I have to take care of somebody. My coworker, he got the promotion, and I didn't want him to get the promotion. I need you to make his life a living hell for 5 hours.
Okay. Well, can you do you know any of his like personal fears? Like, you can describe him a little bit for us.
Yeah, he's a pompous prick.
Okay.
His name's Chadsworth.
Okay.
That's a shitty name.
Of course it is. You hear 2 people yell from like the door in the side, like the doorway that leads to the office or whatever, or the back room.
Chads.
Chads.
We get a lot of Chads. We get a lot of Chad.
You'll be
service.
surprised on the amount of Chads we get here.
And just so I can like stream past this role playing, think the most stereotypical like pink polo, short like white golf shorts.
I know so many people.
This is Chad. His father pretty much paid for him to get this
I
promotion.
went to high school with so many people.
With so many Chads.
Yes,
So
there
yeah,
was a lot of
that
Chads.
is who John Smith is trying to pay for. He has all the money for it.
Okay.
So
What's the rate that we charge?
that
for
is
this?
what I'm wondering. How much do you think?
What do you think would be fair? Like, I know it's kind of. Should we make it a case-by-case basis? Because, like, some hells are going
Yeah.
to be more expensive than others.
Well, we got to do
how,
the work.
How do we make it a hell? Is the
Well,
question.
okay, so-
Well, yeah, that's what. Once we solve that, I think we'll be able to know exactly what
if
we're
I
going
can
to charge
pitch
people.
something, maybe you have like packages or whatnot. Like since it is
Yeah.
also like a deli counter, instead of like there being beef or whatever, there's like
Yeah.
a little brochure thing that's
It's like intensities. Like, do you want to pay for like the junior package or the all-star
See,
package?
I was thinking
where it's just
of it-
where you play all-star over and over again. It's our most famous package.
You see, 5 episodes. That was how long it took to get a Smash Mouth
course.
reference.
If I was here on any sooner, it would have been that instantly.
But I was thinking more along the lines of like a dry cleaners. Like the amount you pay is like based on the amount of clothes that you bring,
Oh, okay.
you know, and everything.
Okay, then John Smith says he is willing to spend up to $10,000.
Oh shit!
Oh,
I say that to John Smith. Oh fuck! We got a live one, boys.
You flip a switch under the counter and like a red light and an alarm goes off, and then you're just like, oh, I'm sorry, and then you flip a second switch and a second alarm, and like over the intercom says, the first alarm is not like a crime thing. It's like it's a positive thing. This is not a negative.
Yeah.
And like that alarm and the first alarm are going off at the same
Back
time.
and forth.
And I'm just running around screaming my ass off.
And like I've woken up from the back. I have to slap on my apron real fast. And I like
Put
tie
your
it.
pants on. You're like, I'm here.
You were on break.
I had my clothes on because I was on break, so I'm very quickly taking them off. And I'm like, okay, I'm here. And then like we.
So you get.
So we're all 3 here at the counter now.
All
We
right, yeah.
unflip
So
the switches.
you got to talk to him. You two got to talk to him, and I'm doing my thing off and whatever.
He's
Well,
kinda
what thing are you doing? Because we've
I already
established
said it. You didn't listen. I already said what I did.
Are you running around?
I'm running
Yeah,
around
he's running around
my
screaming.
ass off.
Boss,
right,
wait,
you
is
guys
Brooks
ready?
the boss, or are we all the boss?
I'll
I mean,
let you
I
guys
think
decide.
I think depending
You're
on
the regional manager.
You're the general manager. I'm
Okay.
the regional manager.
Liam's
and
the muscle.
Liam's the muscle.
He's the one who constructs all of these
Okay.
elaborate things.
we got that one. This guy wants to pay. What was it $10,000?
$10,000.
$10,000.
$10,000.
Okay.
Like,
Oh my god.
Liam, could you please stop that?
Liam,
Thank
can
you.
you do it in reverse?
No.
Okay, well, all right then. So yeah, we got a good one on this one.
All right. So, please tell us everything you know about this guy. His address, his immediate relatives, where he like his schedule, like
Yeah.
where he goes, and what's like the longest period of time in which he is either home alone or no one is home at all.
Yeah, and is he single?
Okay.
Josh, not on the job.
No, wait, tell me where we torture his husband or wife or whatever the fuck.
Well, we don't. I told you, like, after the health inspector report, we were trying to get away from
Yeah,
torture.
but then you told me we could do it under the table.
That was then. This is now. Liam, please.
Okay, all right, fine. He doesn't have to have a wife, I guess.
So Chad
Any kids?
Chadsworth does not have any kids.
Fuck.
He does have a girlfriend, I guess almost fiance,
Okay.
named Veronica. Because
Oh,
Is that-
fuck yeah.
Well,
is that how you say it? Is that
that's
how
how he says it.
Oh,
Well,
Veronica.
she wants it to be a fiance situation, but he, as a Chad, is avoiding it like the plague.
No, no.
Yeah.
'Cause she wants it to be a husband situation,
Oh.
but he is like,
Oh.
they've been a fiance and
Oh,
Oh,
stuff
they've been
for-
engaged for
Yeah.
a few years now.
Exactly.
Can I at least kick him in the nuts? Can that be part of the package?
Well, we'll figure that out when we get to the house.
No excessive force. How about that? It's like a police
Just
officer.
a quick ball tap.
Can we tell him we're gonna kick him in the nuts and scare the shit out of him?
Oh, that's a good hell. Just over and over. Be
Yeah.
like, I'm going to kick you in the
And they're like,
nuts.
no,
Like,
no,
have him tied up.
no.
Like, I'm going to
Yeah.
kick you in the nuts.
Oh, I would love that.
So,
So doing that, not being a part of it.
couple facts about Chad Chadsworth. He has a father that he cares about, no mother, has a fiance, and he lives in a very ritzy-looking estate that has like a pool in the backyard. I'm trying to think. What's the one guy's house from GTA 5?
Ooh, Michael's
I think.
the white guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah. I see what you're talking
I mean,
about.
Trevor's also white,
Right,
but
no.
he's like white trash.
Yeah.
The Michael Madsen looking
Yeah, he-
motherfucker.
Yes, yes.
Just for all intents and purposes, he lives in that house.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So he's rich.
Yeah, he's rich.
Okay.
Which is why he.
All right, so
he got
first
the
thing we do.
promotion.
Hang on.
God damn it.
And like I turn to the John Smith. I'm like, thank you. Your order has been placed, and we will as soon as possible just take care of that. What's his schedule like?
And then he gives his like 9
Oh
to 5
yeah,
job.
you
and then-
okay? He gives us the
But
schedule.
how many hours is he paying for?
5.
He's paying for 5 hours for 10.
24.
Okay, you know that means you're losing money.
I think
You think
5
I
is
care?
good. 5 is good.
Five,
He
yeah,
initially,
five,
yeah, when
five.
he walked in, he initially said he wanted him tortured for 5 hours.
Yeah.
So
Did you say
10,000
5 hours? Or I thought it only lasts an hour.
Well, yeah, but he pays for like the consecutive hours.
Oh, so we keep doing it. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Does this mean we have to come up with 5 separate hells?
No, it is a hell that lasts for 5 hours.
Okay.
So we just put the hell on loop. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we like he's left, and now we are in the back room of the store, our workshop sort of area where we will figure out what the hell will be. Now, Liam, you were saying you had an idea.
All right, my idea is while Chad's home, have a guy of color
Okay.
break down in front of his house and just knock on his door.
They break down as in like the car broke
The
down.
car breaks
Okay.
down in front
Now,
of the house.
now
Like a mental
I agree
breakdown
with
inside the
you.
house.
I agree with you that would be very terrifying for someone like Chad. I think that doesn't really constitute hell yet.
But then
Okay.
his fiance answers the door towards the end, towards
Uh-huh.
the last hour. His fiance answers the door and starts making out with him.
Oh yes.
Okay, so what you're telling me is that we will have a person of color standing outside of his door for 4 hours and 55 minutes, and then at the 4 hour and 55 minute mark, his fiance answers the door, and then they make out.
Yes.
That seems like just kind of like a bad day. I'm not getting a hell feeling.
No, because
I'm not. Hang on, let's think about this. Because like all you guys are going for a real bad day. I'm not getting that. Hell
Well,
is
what's
such.
your fucking idea?
Hell is such a like a specific, kind of thing.
And then, okay, all right. So
It's not cuckolding. Cuckolding cannot be a hell.
Okay, fine. So for the first 2 hours, we have the black man stand outside, knock on his door,
Okay.
scare the shit out of him.
Okay.
Then we break in, or else someone we hire breaks in,
Yes.
ties him up to a chair,
Yes.
threatens to kick him in the nuts for at least 45 minutes.
Okay. Brooks, what's your idea?
Okay, hang on.
Oh yeah.
I need more
Whoa.
time. We still got like 2 hours.
Hates
for him.
everybody has ideas, but doesn't have one of his own. Sorry.
You're very combative
I
today.
know.
Yaskovich.
Also a little racist.
I haven't eaten and I've been at Hooper's all day, so I'm a little. on edge.
Yaskovich,
Yeah.
what is your idea?
Well,
While
my
we wait for Brooks to
my
finish?
my idea is fucking easy and simple.
Yeah.
You just go up with scissors and chase him around the house and say, "I'm gonna cut off your wiener," and you say it like that.
How are you going to say it?
Cut off your wiener, and you just chase him around his house for like an
Okay,
hour.
That
So-
can be at least an hour.
Yeah, that could be an hour.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on board with that a little bit.
So, okay, let's try to structure this like around like the 5 hours and everything. So we open up. Let's say, okay, so what 5-hour block are we going to pick as well? Like, morning, midday,
When he gets home from
night,
work.
Yeah,
when he gets home from
Well,
work.
Yeah, because then he's like
yeah.
already exhausted, and
Yeah.
like he doesn't
Yeah.
want to deal with the rest of the day.
Yeah.
And that's when you hit him.
Okay, so let's picture this. Let's picture this. He gets home from work. He's just real tired and everything. He just got that new promotion and everything, so like, he's had a bit more of a workload and all that.
Mhm.
He gets home, he just, undoes his tie, throws his little suitcase off to the side onto the couch and everything. He, like has a little like a single chair kind of thing. I'm trying to think of the specific name of it.
Recliner.
Yeah, like a recliner kind of chair. He sits down and he just, takes a very deep breath. And then from somewhere upstairs, he hears the voice you were doing. Just like he doesn't know what it is yet. It's just a sound. It's something like that. Yeah. He
And he
hears
looks around.
He
I'll
hears
be Chad. What?
He hears
What was that?
something upstairs.
Oh.
He hears the pattering of tiny little feet.
What? What's in my house? Hello? Who's there?
Veronica.
Veronica, is that you?
Cut off your wiener.
If this is your
Veronica?
way of making me marry you, this is not going to work.
Veronica, this is not a funny game.
And then I step out of like the shadows with.
No, he has to go up there.
Oh yeah, you
I think
you walk
that's
upstairs.
I think that's an important point. He
Okay.
has to walk
Okay.
upstairs. He
But
has to
but when you go to turn on the light switches don't work.
I'm walking upstairs. I'm hitting the light switch. Oh, these light switches, they don't work.
And then-
Oh, what is happening?
So we've cut the power. Yes,
Uh-huh.
very nice.
And
all right.
then you
Good.
see me emerge like sidestep out of the shadow. I'm like a little gnome with assless chaps and a pair of rusty scissors. And go, I'm gonna cut off your wiener.
Sorry, I didn't catch that. What is he going to say?
I'm gonna cut off your wiener.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you're going to do what?
I'm gonna cut off your wiener. And then I start like
You're gonna. Oh
quickly running towards you,
no!
and I'm like,
He starts like crab running, not crab,
that's
not
literally what I'm
crab
doing under the
walking,
table.
not crab walking, crab running.
Oh, no.
And while this is happening, Lima and I have already welded all the doors shut.
Welded?
Oh no!
Yes.
These doors won't shut. My wooden doors
They
are
won't
somehow welded into wood.
they won't shut or they won't open.
Both.
We board up wooden doors and then we weld anything metal.
I'm turning around. I'm gonna put my scissors on things.
I'm gonna cut off your
I'm gonna cut off your wiener.
and we like sort of like seal all the windows
Yeah.
and everything.
And I get like close to nipping it, but then he like goes away.
So that's
or,
the
like,
first
jumps off.
hour.
This is the worst day to take out my wiener after work.
Okay, so that's the first hour, and I
Uh-huh.
think we can come up with some strong material for the next 4. But first, we're going to have to go into our ad break.
Ad break.
Yes. So. So if we're like, if we're going to these houses and everything, or if like you imagine yourself are in the position of where you're the target of one of these hell things. and,
Your
like,
house is gonna get ruined.
Yeah, your house is
get
your
fucked.
your
up.
house. Your house is essentially ruined at that point.
Yeah.
And like, I'm wondering, like, after that, like, how do you pick up the pieces again? How do you improve your home from the state that it's become thanks to 3 idiots turning it into a hellscape?
Well, actually,
Well,
Brooks,
2 idiots. but
I
alright.
happen to have a very, very reasonable solution to that.
You're the smart one.
He's doing the thing.
Give me a face.
Are you tired of your old, outdated 1980s kitchen? Then call K.A. Wallace. They specialize in remodels and can even help that design and purchasing of your cabinets at wholesale pricing. But wait, they also do more. They can turn that dirty basement into a man cave or extra bedroom you always wanted. Need even more room? K.A. Wallace can also build that addition you've been dreaming about. K.A. Wallace, contracting and more. Contact us online at wkeithdoe at AOL.
For the last goddamn time, W. Keith Do. W. Keith Do. That's WKEITHDO at AOL.com. Zach, you big dumb dummy. I swear to God, I'm going to cut off your wiener.
Liam, counterpoint that it doesn't matter how it's pronounced. It's still spelled the same, and
Yeah.
they're gonna type it in the same way.
Counterpoint. He doesn't have one, Liam.
Upon further consideration, it is W. Keith Do
Thank you.
at AOL.com.
I really wish you had mispronounced AOL.
I wish you had said at hotmail.com.
Yahoo.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's their new jingle.
Yeah, they have it sung by a ghost.
All right, so where were we? We got through the
So
first
we got
hour.
Yeah.
the first hour,
Yeah.
which is Liam and I seal all the entrances
Yeah.
and exits, and
I've receded back into the darkness.
okay, you proceed back into the darkness.
Yeah.
just with the faint whispers of
And he's currently hiding in his kitchen, a la the ending of Jurassic Park, and
Trying to close like the thing,
Yeah.
the little whatever fucking like oven or whatever it is.
So right now he's terrified, but I still
Yeah.
wouldn't call
Yeah.
this a hell.
hell has very specific connotations.
This
to
is
it.
like the first level of hell.
Yeah, exactly,
It's in
exactly.
layers.
He's in the first circle.
But
Yeah.
then
Let's second circle this bitch up.
Yeah.
Brian pulls up.
Brian.
Oh no, Brian.
Brian gets out of his car.
Brian gets out of the car.
Who
And
is
he is
Brian?
Yeah, we
6'2".
discussed who Brian is.
I'm talking about who Brian is.
Okay.
Brian Cranston?
He's 6'2", 250 pounds
That
of
describes
muscle. 250 pounds of muscle, bald as a
A bitch.
baby's butt.
So you're saying it is in fact Brian
Bryan
Cranston.
Cranston.
Bald as a baby's butt with
Circ-
absolutely no facial hair.
I mean, he shaved before.
Yeah.
And he has black as the night is dark.
Okay, so
sounds like Bryan Cranston.
so
Yeah,
not Brian Cranston then. He's a dude.
Black Brian Cranston.
He's just
And
a
then-
dude.
And then this big
Oh
man...
no, wait, Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Okay, so fine. We actually hire Terry Crews.
Terry
to call Brian.
Crews shows up.
Except he's wearing a Bryan Cranston mask.
That's in blackface.
He soaked
It
the
is
Bryan
hell.
Cranston mask in black tar.
And liquid leather, just so it really seals in that smell.
Okay, so here's the
Wow.
thing. Terry Crews is a very cool guy.
He's amazing.
And he is very good friends with us and was willing to do this one for free because we described Chad to him and he's like, guys, tell me how I can help. And he was very open to all of the ideas that we pitched him, even the Bryan Cranston
And you even went
tar
over-
mask.
And we even said, Mr. Cruz, we cannot have you hurt him. We just need you to terrify him. And he
Yeah.
went, oh, I can do that.
Good Terry Crews.
That was...
I don't know. I can't do
I-
that.
that sounded a little racist.
That's a little,
Why?
yeah.
So, first it's Terry Crews without the mask.
Okay.
Knocks on the door for a good half an hour,
Uh-huh.
right?
I say
He
15
just-
minutes. We got to really, like,
we gotta
you know,
space this out.
yeah.
No,
I got,
trust
like,
me, half an hour of this, he would lose his mind.
That's true.
Not Terry. I'm talking about Chad.
Okay.
Terry is a very patient and caring
Terry
man.
is and he is very dedicated to his work. So Terry does that for a good half an hour, going, "Sir, I need your help, sir, 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 I need your help." Just along his lines. Then he goes, "Okay, well, I understand you're probably busy right now. I'll come talk to you later." Right now, Chad's shitting his pants.
Okay.
Right, and then Terry leaves, walks away, and then he comes back with the Bryan Cranston black mask. And he knocks on the back door, and he pretends to be a different person. He lowers his voice, and he goes, "Sir, I need your help.
That is
sir."
very good. So that's the second hour. Is he going to enter the house?
Terry?
Yes.
Yeah.
This
Well,
is when we enter
we
our
welded all the
3.
doors shut.
I have an idea for that. So we have Terry tap into the Speed Force, and he vibrates at a rate that allows him to
Just phase through the wall.
to phase through the walls, because otherwise Otherwise, there's no way to get in and out of the house.
You can cause property damage. He can break open one of those glass windows.
We already barred it
will
shut.
fix it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was going to say bar all of them except for one, that you have told Terry Crews this is the one place to break it.
But really, Terry Crews has been really itching to use the Speed Force. He's been waiting for a good occasion to use it, and
That's fair. That's fair. So he uses the Speed Force, and now he is inside the house.
He is now inside the house. We are entering hour number 3. What does he have with him that can enhance the third hour of hell?
He is wearing the uniform, right? He is naked with an apron. Says hell on it.
Yeah.
Yes, he's in the Bryan Cranston tar mask.
He's in his hand. He's got Hillary
A
Clinton's
lug
new
wrench.
book. Okay, well,
And Hillary Clinton's new book.
A lug wrench and Hillary Clinton's new book, which I forget what it's called. I'm with her or something.
But it's liberal, and Chad
Definitely
is not.
No, he voted for Donald Trump not because he loved it or not because he had to, because he loves him, because he's one of those guys.
Oh, he's a MAGA bro.
Yeah, he's a MAGA.
A what?
He's out there with his shirt off,
Make
screaming.
American great again.
Yeah. He's outside. Have you ever seen that video of the guy without his shirt on? He's like screaming, "Get out of the country!" It's a MAGA, bro.
I've seen a lot like it.
Yeah.
I think that's the problem.
Oh.
But anyway,
So-
back to this fun fantasy world of ours.
So that's happening, and he's like slowly walking, and Terry Crews is going, "Come here,
Wait, what's he doing?
come here, boy."
And as that's happening, what are you doing?
No, I'm gone.
Oh Lord. Oh, no.
I thought you were still upstairs.
No, I disappeared back in the shadows.
What is this noise?
But I could come
Why?
out.
How did you get in my house?
You let me in?
Oh, no. Did I?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Now you're gaslighting him. That's good.
That is very good.
Now you're
That is very good. Now, when do we bring in fire? Because I feel like that's a very necessary part of hell,
Yeah.
for the aesthetic.
Or at least heat.
Well, Yaskovich did disappear.
Yeah, I'm gone.
So
Yaskovich comes back holding 2 flames, not torches, not things containing flames. He is holding 2 fires in his hand.
yeah.
And I, naked as the day I was born, drenched in kerosene,
the day you were born?
as the day I was born, drenched in kerosene. Yaskovich lights me on fire, and I start running through Chad's house screaming.
School, yeah.
I don't know. That feels a bit
that
overdone.
seems a little weak.
That's just
Yeah.
something I want to do.
I know that's what you want to do, but this isn't about what you want.
This
It's
is-
about what
It's
the client
business.
paid for.
It's business, not pleasure.
It scared him a little bit. It's
It's
part-
not
No.
scaring him as much as Yaskovich holding 2 flames, not 1 flame, not 3 flames, 2 flames.
Yeah, it's very symmetrical. It's gotta be like that. But anyways, this is what you do.
But
You
can
catch
do
yourself.
that.
No, you're on fire. No,
I'm on fire.
I'm continuing. You're on fire. But you go sit in his nice Lamborghini.
Ooh.
Oh, his brand new spanking white Lamborghini.
And I'm naked too.
And you are
And you know what
naked.
I do? You know what I do? I don't wipe my butt.
No, you don't. You actually don't do that.
Joking aside, we here at Friends by Default know that Liam does, in fact, not wipe his
Yeah,
butt.
I had to clean up your mess after we shot that interview. But anyways,
Look, I'm sorry.
are you?
Not
Because
really.
you looked at me, gave me a wink, and said, "I'll see you at Garrett's," and then left me to clean up your shit. And you took my car, so I had to walk. You took your car and mine. I don't know how you did that, but anyways, you're naked and on fire and in his Lamborghini.
Now, what are you doing with Veronica?
Veronica wasn't on the
look,
bill. It was just for
Veronica
Chad.
No, I'm just wondering. I didn't know.
I have
Veronica
an
has
idea.
done nothing to deserve any of this, so we're leaving her out of it.
I have a thing for Veronica.
Okay.
I'm sitting down with Veronica, and I'm just talking to her, and I'm asking her about her day because I genuinely want to know. And Chad is losing his fucking mind.
That's
There's no-
very good.
There's
Yeah.
nothing like over the top or anything you're doing. Just like, no, how are you doing today?
No, I agree. He was in the wrong.
You-
You were right to yell at him.
You were-
about that.
You are
McNugget
acting
meal.
like
No, some people are just jerks.
you are acting like any of her friends would.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
And
you
Chad
care.
is infuriated.
And
He
then
is
I put,
very
I put
mad.
my,
I don't think he's terrified yet.
I put my hand on her knee, and she goes, "Yeah, you're right."
No, we're giving him that mix of emotions because he's infuriated by that, and he's terrified by the Terry Crews
That's
in
true.
the Bryan Cranston tar mask, holding Hillary Clinton's book and a lug wrench and maybe some fire in the background. There should be fire in the background. We should burn those drapes.
And
I
he's
think so.
disgusted by the current burning Liam in his Lamborghini.
Absolutely, that's going on. That's kind of that.
I
Well,
sacrificed myself for the
as
job.
Burning Liam has ran through the house, he has caught some things on fire.
Yeah.
There's now a nice fire slowly starting.
Terry Crews let him in thanks to the Speed Force. Because Liam doesn't have access to the Speed
Oh,
Force.
no,
Only
of course
Terry
not.
Crews
No, I was
does.
Look
just
at
on
those
fire
legs.
running into the wall.
Yeah,
a
this
couple
is the
times.
real world, so only Terry Crews has the
Yeah.
power of the Speed Force.
Come on.
God, we
Let's be
love
real.
Terry Crews.
Please come on our show.
Please. So anyway, so that takes care of hour number 3.
You still got to up it. I
we
need
got
some
4,000
exponential value.
We got $4,000 more to burn.
Quite literally.
Can there just be an hour of me pooping on his stuff?
I mean, is that what you want or what should happen?
Both?
I don't know how well that gels with the rest of the sort of meta narrative that we're creating here.
It doesn't, but I can see what you're saying here. I will allow you. No, go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
It's escalated so high to this point that there's that medium point where it dips down a little bit before the big finale. And every time he's walking around the house, I'm just following him, staring in his eyes, popping a squat over one of his favorite things, going.
Now, I will let you do this, but what are his favorite things? You can't just say you're pooping everywhere.
Well, first off, his Lamborghini.
Of
Okay.
course.
All right, I
What's
already
next?
pooped on that.
What is a Chad prize possession?
His credit card.
His credit card.
Oh, like you put it in his wallet and you just kind of like squeeze it like a turd sandwich with the wallet.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no. Well, yeah, I did that after I pooped on it, but in order to poop on it, I ran up.
You got it.
You know, do you want to do another take of that?
Can we keep this?
All right. All right, ready, Liam? Take 2. So you're gonna sandwich it like a nice turd sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
God damn it.
All right.
I already
take,
have a thing planned.
take 3. I have another thing to add to your poop list.
all right, take 3. All right, it's fine. But first, I need to run up to him, take his wallet out of it, look him in the eyes, poop on his credit card, and then slide it back into his wallet, sandwich it in his wallet, and then slide it into his back pocket. All the while going, meow.
Okay.
You also poop on his prized mint condition new red baseball cap.
Yes.
Ooh. Signed. It was autographed.
It was autographed
And
by
it's
a certain
not a hat
individual.
for baseball.
It's not a hat for baseball, no.
And with that said, so he's fucking like, I can't believe this. This day can't get any worse. And he walks up to his bar in his living room, because of course he has one. And like he's like, I need a drink. And I show up and I'm like, can I get you something, sir? And he's like, yeah, I'll have a cocktail. And I'm like, that's $5.
Can you do Chad's voice the right way? Oh, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Hi, can I have a cocktail?
Yeah, it'll be $5. And then you hand me like a 20.
A shitty 20.
There's a 20.
I take the 20. I take it. I give you your drink, and then I give you $5 in return. And then you say,
Excuse me?
I go, yes, sir. And you go,
There should be another $10 to that, sir.
I'm sorry. I don't work here. And then I disappear, and I shorted your change.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
I've already disappeared. I don't know.
Excuse
You're
me.
just saying,
Yeah, he's
excuse-
just standing there going,
Yeah.
Excuse me. Who is in charge of this establishment? This is my house.
and
What is
that's when-
happening?
And that's when Terry Crews appears behind him again.
As the man.
Oh, Lord. Am I still pooping on things?
Yeah.
Okay, so what next can we add to really up the hell
the
stuff?
5th and final hour.
Okay,
the hour of
so
the wolf.
I'm thinking of 2 things. When I think of hell, I think of 2 things: stalactites and demons.
Ooh.
So what I have a very specific kind of spell book with only 2 pages in it. One page summons stalactites, and the other page summons demons of various kinds.
Now, how much did this book cost you?
16
don't worry about
cents.
it.
It needs to fit in the budget, Brooks.
Don't worry about it.
16 cents.
It cost me the budget.
It was actually all of
Remember-
our budget. Everything else was just done for free.
Remember, like what we've done so far is Terry Crews did all of his stuff for us as a favor because he's such a good friend.
Of
Yes.
course.
All the other like physical materials we can just like find lying around and everything, like the boards for the windows and like the caulk and everything. And then
However, we did
everything
have to buy
else
me
is
Taco
just.
Bell.
And then
Yes.
everything else is just the weird powers that Josh
You
and
just
Liam
wanted
have.
Okay.
So I used the rest of the budget and allocated it towards the weird spell book that I always wanted.
Right.
Was
Some
hoping to-
spells, baby boy.
All right.
And then those demons, for an hour straight, tie him to a chair and say, I'm going to kick you in the nuts.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
The worst thing is like it's like constant threat of it without actually doing it. So it's like anticipation that never has a relief.
And then after 15, this continues for an hour, but then after 15 minutes of that, Josh comes back out with his scissors
Yes.
and starts going, I'm going to cut off your wiener.
I love you, Wiener.
And then they start chanting in the same tone of voice as Josh.
I love you, Wiener. wiener, cut off your wiener.
And then that happens for 15 minutes and then continues for another 45. So that's
screaming. He's just in
A
pain.
lot of rocks come down through the ceiling.
that's
Yeah.
at the 30-minute mark.
That he has to hold. He has to hold on tight to them, like, or else the demon, like, they got the pitchforks and everything. They're threatening to like just poke him in the butt while he's hanging down from the stalactites.
Okay.
I have a very specific image of hell in my mind that I hope to visit one day.
And then Terry Crews the whole time is whispering in his ear, "Man, you're gonna die. You're gonna die. This is the worst day of your life. You're gonna die. You're gonna." And every once in a
That
while,
lame
just
guy will fuck you
he
up.
just gives him a kiss on the cheek. He just goes right on the cheek.
And
It's really wet.
Through the mask.
and as the grand finale, like this, like, you know, like operatic, like Latin chanting music starts coming through. Please stop.
No, I'm the music.
The stalactite comes down to where he is just surrounded by demons who are all dancing around him. Everything's on fire. Josh gave him the wrong change and everything. Is chanting, I'm going to cut off your wiener. Liam is shitting on everything. And Terry Crews holding whatever Hillary Clinton's book is called and a lug wrench, wearing the tar mask of Bryan Cranston, just goes real in close, like to his ear and says, "You know, John Smith should have gotten that promotion." And then everything's gone. It's just gone. It's just like that.
Disappears.
And he's
Except
just,
for the damage to the house, because you need someone to clean that
except,
up.
No, just the shit. Only the shit.
only the
remains.
shit
My
remains.
my dad doesn't clean up shit.
Oh,
That's
well,
where he draws the
we
line.
have to drop K.A. Wallace. Then. I've been telling people they clean up shit
Hey.
all for a year now.
And meanwhile, Chadsworth is like, "Oh, who has done this?" And then he looks at the wall, and smeared on the wall, it says, "Star Chili Wars Enterprises."
Call now.
Here's our number. Here's our email address. Here's our Patreon. All of it's just
Yeah.
grinning shit on the wall. It's like a really long wall.
And it turns out we only have 2 clients. One's name is Chad, whatever the fuck, and the other one's
That's
John
his full
Smith.
name. And our phone number is only 3 digits. 'Cause
666?
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Oh, well.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I didn't
Shut
know
the fuck up, Zach.
You're out of this company. You're
Yeah,
out.
you're
You're
ugly.
gone.
That's fair.
You smell.
Oh,
We rather have the Coke
Okay, there's
guy
no
than
there's
you.
no need for that.
Okay.
I'm
There's a lot of crosstalk there.
I am glad that this one hypothetical situation
Just like exploded.
like gave us almost a full episode.
It literally did. We're at 50.
Yeah. We have about 10 minutes left.
All right.
How do we spend our closing day with the 10 minutes?
I have a philosophical quandary. I don't know how much material we're gonna get out of this. But it's something that's been on my mind a while. With the rise of digital media and everything, it comes into question where like physical media is going to last, and how many Criterion DVDs is too much for Brooks to buy. Answer is too late.
It's just never enough.
Wait, what is Criterion?
Criterion?
Criterion is really fancy DVDs and Blu-rays of like old movies, and also Breakfast Club for some reason,
And the Godzilla movies.
and the Godzilla movies.
So it's a hit or miss.
Yeah, it's kind of all over the place, but like,
But that means Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla is just as good as The Mirror in the eyes of the Criterion collection.
it's on the same level as 400 Blows and Seven Samurai.
And Dog Day Afternoon.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Is there a Dog Day Afternoon Criterion?
Isn't it? It's on Filmstruck. Unless it's just on Filmstruck.
It might just be on Filmstruck. But anyway, the real question is, like, ignore the Criterion stuff that's more niche. The
That's
wider
just for you
question
and
is,
me.
think about, like, physical, like, DVDs and, like, CDs and records and all that stuff. Like, where's the place of that in our modern day when you can get everything, like, digitally? Like, what's the worth of getting these things physically?
Well, like vinyls. It's a hobby.
Oh, well,
Guess what? Wi-Fi went out.
Oh,
Now
what?
you gotta
Oh.
entertain yourself somehow.
that's a very good point. That's a
This
very
is
good
great
point. Counterpoint, you downloaded stuff ahead of time, just for that occasion.
Okay, where did you didn't buy it, or Or you did buy it, you just bought it digitally.
Yeah.
Yeah, you bought it digitally. So if I buy everything digitally, do I need to get all those criterions that I already got?
Yeah.
Well, say
Yeah,
you're-
because
say-
you never know when Terry Crews could come in and
Yeah.
ruin your computer.
Or say you keep it on like an external hard drive and then you don't eject it the right way, so it fucking just wipes the drive.
And how like
There is that whole. I'll get to you in a
sure.
second. There is that whole bit in Blade Runner 2049 about like the blackout and
Yeah.
everything, and only physical media survived.
Yeah.
And I find that very funny.
Yeah.
well,
you were saying,
I was
Zach?
thinking, yeah, sure, you could have the entire series of The Wire on your MacBook, or
We know
when-
you have that.
when people
I don't actually.
it's the only thing
I
you
want
like.
it. I want it though.
or when people come over to your house and they look at that one shelf you have right by your door, they'll look and go, "Huh, is that the physical copy of the entire box set of The Wire?" And then it's a talking piece.
Yeah.
True.
And then you go, "I can show you The Wire."
I
Have you
can
ever seen
show
The
you
Wire?
the world.
I love The Wire.
And then she's trapped for the next 72 hours.
Much more.
It's a
Yeah,
lot
it's a
longer
lot
than
longer.
72 hours.
You're there for like a good week. Or maybe even longer.
Wait a minute.
God damn it, Brooks. Why would you do that to someone? You
The
bastard.
Wire's very good.
That
though.
was
You leave
hour
him
5
alone.
of hell.
Yeah, after
Brooks'
someone
commentary
paid.
of The Wire.
Someone paid for Zach's like 5-hour hell, and I just showed like I talked about The Wire and Twin Peaks. For, like, 5
the
hours.
things I would do to Brooks to hear him comment on The Wire for director's commentary.
I mean, I would fucking do that if anyone offered like to do that.
Just to
I did that
come
for
in.
free.
yeah, I would do that too.
Like
I don't know
yeah.
how this shot was made, but it's fucking dope.
Yeah, I don't know any of the behind the scenes stories, but like this episode's really good,
Yeah,
guys.
oh man.
Okay, but like think of it. Let's reframe this like quandary. Less in like what is the worth of physical media like now to us, and rather what do you think is going to be the future of physical media as we progress further and further into like cloud sharing and all that other fun junk.
I've got my hand raised this time, so I don't interrupt you.
All right. Yes.
I like it's like vinyls. Vinyls they were eaten up by like tape and CD, and now they just come back as a hobby. For instance, like I buy VHSs now just for fun.
That does seem like it's going to be the
Yeah.
life cycle of a lot of old
Yeah.
physical media of where like you get like it's popular, it's no longer popular, then it's retro.
Yeah, exactly.
Liam, what about you?
Yeah.
You agree or?
Yeah, I don't know what to say on this fucking situation. Just buy some goddamn DVDs if you want a DVD.
Liam Wallace. Just buy a
Zach-
goddamn DVD if you want a DVD.
Yeah?
How many anime box sets do you own?
Box sets or DVDs?
Either or.
Okay,
Give
hold
us
on.
both
Let me go
numbers.
through because I recently bought a lot because of Black Friday.
Oh yeah, I remember you mentioning that.
I got the entire series of Yu Yu Hakusho because that's some 90s cringy stuff that I love.
Is it bad? Because I really want to go back and watch it.
I will make you watch it all with me.
Okay.
And it will
Can I
be
come over to your place?
Absolutely.
Hey, Zach.
Now,
Okay.
Zach, no joke. Can I be there too?
you want to watch Yu Yu
Yeah,
Hakusho?
I
like,
do.
I
used to
remember-
love watching Yu Yu Hakusho.
I remember.
I'll do it.
There's this guy. There's this guy on YouTube.
You're invited.
There's this guy on YouTube called Super Eye Patch Wolf, or I'm pretty sure that's his name.
Okay.
He talks about anime a lot, and like while I'm not a big anime fan, like I find him interesting, and he brings up interesting points. And like he had a whole video about Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm like, oh, it seems really interesting.
yeah,
So that probably would be one that I would like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really over the top, especially in like the third season when there's like a fight between protagonist and guy with a blue mohawk. He's like, let's not just have a regular fight, let's have a double end knife fight knuckle bash. And you're like, what the fuck is that? And protagonist is like, a what? He's like, you've never had a double knife and knuckle bash, have you? It's when we take this knife, put it against our heel, and we just start wailing on each other until one of us backs down. And I'm
Can we do this in real life?
like, this is so fucking stupid. I love it. I love it because it's
How did
All I remember
how
is
did they
Spirit Gun.
get the lead singer of Sex Pistols on that show?
Sid Vicious, yeah.
No, it was the other
Johnny
guy.
Rotten.
Johnny Rotten,
Yeah.
that was it.
Well,
Sid
they
Vicious
both
is the
were.
dead one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have the entire box set of Yu Yu Hakusho. I got Steins Gate because I love Steins Gate.
I also love Steins Gate.
I got the
haven't wa-
That's
I-
the toaster one, right?
yeah, I haven't watched
microwave.
Microwave. I
I
haven't
haven't
seen
watched
that
Steins Gate in fucking forever.
I'll
I
watch
should
Steins
rewatch
Gate,
that.
too.
Yeah,
God,
yeah.
we
We
Let's
should do
make an
that.
anime night. You have a house now.
I do.
Yeah.
I've got what is it? Daily Lives of High School Boys, which is
Is it gay?
no, it's just about
Why not?
Is it gay?
Well, is it like Free, where it's just very like homoerotic undertones?
It's more like it's a comedy. Like there's just three guys sitting in a room. It's like, I don't know what to do. Yeah, neither do I. Want to tell scary ghost stories? It's like, I got a good ghost story.
Yeah.
One time when I was showering, I took the razor because I have nipple hair, and you guys know how I'm real sensitive about that.
Yes, we know.
I know.
And I
you
shaved downward, and then it just hard cuts to the guy going, ugh, and he like shaves down. He's like, and my nipple came off. I'm like, what? That wasn't a ghost story. He's like, yeah, but it was real scary.
Also, I need to go to the hospital. You just see red seeping through the shirt.
This happened like 3 minutes ago, and man, do I feel woozy.
No, it's just a bunch of dumb like robot chicken bits like with anime, and it's just
that's the thing you showed me, right?
Yeah, I think I did.
Oh, okay. That is awesome. That is not
It's
bad.
great. There's also just the first half of the entire Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and then what else do I have? A Gurren Lagann movie. I have one.
Is it the one I finally gave back to you?
Yeah, I think I gave you another one, or I lost the other one. I don't know. It's
Not the second half of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
No.
Okay.
Because it was $56 for one part, which was 37 episodes.
Okay.
Wow.
Maybe. But yeah, there's 64 episodes total. 32 episodes in the first half. And then I got one Samurai 7 or something. And then the entire Dragon Ball Z DVDs.
Yeah.
All of them.
The original or the Kai?
All of... Yeah.
Is it the original, like, the orange boxes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have the first 3 of those.
I got all of them from White Dragon because it's like, you want all this stuff? I gotta go to Thailand. I'm like, yes. He gave me a whip with it as well.
A whip?
An actual, like...
Was it at least a Dragon Ball whip? Like a tie-in?
Can we use that for like a movie?
Sure, dude.
Can I use it on my own?
Spencer tried using it, and he whipped himself.
Did he really?
Well, yeah, because he was like, yeah, you just gotta... And then it,
Like
went
he
back.
knew how to use a whip.
Yeah.
Like he totally knew how to use a whip.
It was literally the bit from the opening of Last Crusade of where River Phoenix like just whips and like gets the Harrison Ford scar.
I love that.
It's an Indiana Jones reference.
I believed you.
It's the one that you've seen too.
Oh, I've only seen the ending of it.
Oh, okay.
You haven't seen all of Raiders
We need
of
to
the Lost
fucking watch the Indiana Jones
I
movies.
haven't seen a single.
Come over to my house tonight and we'll watch Raiders.
I am still in work clothes.
We'll change and then come over.
Yeah, don't hang out with me, Liam, or Connor. You've got so many options.
Oh my god. Can I just go home and talk to my girlfriend through Skype?
Fuck yeah.
Sweet.
Does Laura not like me?
No, she like why?
I don't know.
Whoa!
Where did that come from?
Calling you out, Laura.
I don't know.
But
That's
Laura
been on my
fucking
mind.
loves me,
I don't
right?
know.
She loves me.
She doesn't know enough about Liam or Yaskovich.
Nor should she.
She talked to you on the phone the one time I
Yeah,
had you on
yeah,
speaker,
we
and
did.
she's like, he's crazy. I'm
No,
like, yeah,
she met him like
At
during
Hershey,
Hershey Park.
yeah.
Oh, right,
yeah.
yeah. No, she like why? Did she say something to you?
No,
or-
no. It was just like it was just like a random thought I had because
No,
I was thinking about it. I'm like, does Laura like me?
No,
Aw.
she felt bad that you didn't have a good time down in Florida last time. She's like, well, shit.
Oh yeah,
Liam's giving me the look.
that was like a thing. Like I was like I was like, oh, like she probably thought like little baby over
What?
You degraded into a mumbling mess.
because I didn't know how to phrase it.
What were you trying to say? I didn't even understand.
I don't know. I was depressed in Florida. I didn't know. If, I don't know.
He was being a fuddy duddy for
Yeah.
lack of a better word. He was just, and we're like,
A
oh, Brooks, why are
fuddy-duddy.
you being a fuddy duddy? She's like, why is Brooks a fuddy? I'm like, oh, he just.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, does she not like me because
Sorry.
I was a fuddy duddy
No,
the
she
entire
just-
time in Florida?
She was like, oh man, I wish you would have had a good time. Oh well.
Liam
We'll
is
fix
biting
it.
his lip with impatience.
Well, that's
It itches.
Oh, okay.
good
You
because
have
I
your
got
hands.
I got her
Oh.
that Sailor Moon thing for Christmas. I really hope she liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
She was like, "Oh, I hate the run through it away."
hey, Laura, I'll tell Brooks you like him. No, you like. Okay.
For like a split second, I thought, like, "Oh my god, did Laura actually just call?" Like, what a coincidence.
Acting.
All right. Are we at the?
Let's do the fucking.
Yeah,
plugs.
yeah. Let's do the plugs
was
and everything.
fun.
Yeah, I think this was a very good episode. I had a lot of fun today. Zach, you always come up with really good hypotheticals.
See what happens when you actually contribute to the show.
It's weird.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You should try it sometime.
Whose mic stands and microphones are you using?
Mine. And...
Stop talking.
So anyway, so that the situation doesn't get more hostile, this has been Friends by Default, a show where friends talk about all the big questions, and you can find us on iTunes or anywhere you get podcasts. And like, if you enjoyed this show, the best thing you can really do is give it a rating, a review, subscribe to it,
and tell your friends.
Tell your
friends.
friends. That's the big thing. If you had fun with this and you know someone who like listens to podcasts and you think would have a fun time with this, tell your friends, because we're very much like a local kind of podcast at this point, and like the only way
if you send us an email with a question, it will
we will,
give
because
us
it's all we have. Like we will.
Yeah, you can email us fbdpod@gmail.com, which will be in the description, and with that you can send us any hypothetical scenario. Well, I say any, but send us a hypothetical scenario or like a philosophical question or just something that you think we can ponder on and get some material out of, and like we'll read the emails and it'll be good fodder for the episodes.
Unless you're a racist douchebag.
Yeah, we don't
We
like
probably
racists.
still read it, but like we won't like it.
Yeah, we'd read it, but we would never speak of it again. And,
Unless you were
not
the
on the
only
podcast.
person that kept emailing us.
Yeah.
Then eventually we
Then I
might
guess
give.
we'd have to change audiences.
But yeah, so fbdpod@gmail.com is the email where you can send us any of those questions and hypotheticals, and we'll talk about it on the show. So with that, we also have a YouTube channel where we have this show, and other podcasts.
And On the Rocks should be popping up on
Yeah,
that, too.
On the Rocks will.
Is that going on your channel or
I don't know.
Because
So there's a few things with On the Rocks that need to happen. I need to figure out am I allowed to put it on YouTube if I put it on festivals, or like I might just put it on there for a temporary time so I can show it to people and then take it down.
Right. I think I don't.
But we've talked about it enough that like people need to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For those who don't know,
Put it as unlisted, and once it's uploaded, we'll
yeah.
link it to the...
Yeah.
For those who don't know, On the Rocks is a short film that Josh has been working on for over a year now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It stars both Liam and Zach. I helped with writing the script and like on some of the shooting days and everything. So it's kind of like a
It's 100 years production.
Yeah, it's 100 years production.
Yeah.
And with that, like the name of the YouTube channel is 100 Years Productions, and there you'll find this podcast where Thank God for Libsyn, where it has a feature where it will automatically put up a video version of the podcast and everything using just like the thumbnail that we use
like that.
for the normal podcast art.
Listen, you're fucking cool. Hang out with us.
And with
Fuck
that,
you, SoundCloud.
you'll find that show. You'll find I really need to get the last 10 or so episodes that we did up on YouTube, but like the original show that we did called Brooks and Zach 100 Years, like the old episodes are up there. We also have the first episode of the two other shows that we do. You'll Like 'Em with Connor and Josh, which is the music podcast that you do.
Yeah.
Which is a very good podcast, and I think we only have like the first episode up on 100 Years Productions, but that is like underneath the umbrella of it. We also have the first episode of Noise Choice Boys, which was the comedy podcast that Liam and Zach did together a while back.
Yeah, boy.
Which is on a very strong hiatus.
Yeah.
And guess what else we have? We got The Lion's Den with Josh, which is the thing you're in.
Oh, that's what you're calling it?
Yeah. Because
What's that?
Did I ever tell you that I wanted to do a show called The Lion's Den where it's like, all right, it's basically like a video podcast, but it's like only 30 minutes long.
Okay.
And like my whole thing was like I wanted to bring on my friends, and there was like no bullshit. Like there was like if it's like we talk about anything, and the first episode is all about Liam and his life.
Cool. So that's what I have to plug.
Yeah.
Episode
And I
1
wanted
of
to
The
like
Lion's
I wanted
Den.
to bring you on and let's like actually discuss politics and not be
Okay.
afraid of what we were saying.
Okay, yeah. Do you want to put that on 100 Years Productions?
Sure.
Okay.
Let
Awesome.
me show it to you because it's
Yeah.
finished too.
So we'll potentially be having another show underneath the 100 Years umbrella in the form of The Lion's Den, which is very exciting news. Part of me wishes that you had
I thought
brought
I
that up
told
before.
you this before.
You had not told me.
No, you know who I told? I told the people I want on the show, like Johnny and all them. But I want you on. I want you on.
Yeah, thanks.
What about Zach?
He can show up. No, what would you want to talk about? Like, what's something like?
Anime.
Okay, well,
No, I don't know.
Yeah, go for it. It's like
yeah,
it's
it's kind of whatever. Like, it's just us sitting at my bar drinking and smoking. That's literally what the video is.
I don't want to smoke.
You don't have to. You do whatever substance you want to do.
But anyway,
that's legal.
it kind of like bled into itself there.
Yeah.
But like as for the personal plugs and everything, once again, my name is Brooks Vernon. You can find me. I am most active on Twitter at Squeezy McCheesy. That is the best place to find me.
Liam's eating plastic. Let's wrap this up
Why
faster.
are you
Why
doing
would
that?
you do that?
Why would you call me out like that?
he's being
Because you
bored.
clearly wanted the attention.
Liam,
All right.
Liam, since you're so bored, where can people find you?
You can find me on Facebook, and you can also email me at lambtheliam@gmail.com. I will be coming up on the first episode of The Lion's Den, where Josh and I talk about the past 6 months of my life, the relationship that I had crumble from beneath my feet, and my
Don't spoil it.
It's
horrible depression.
It's
I
essentially
talk about
very
my life too.
yeah, it's very
very-
personal
yeah.
stuff that wouldn't really be at home on a show like
18
this.
and plus.
It's 18 and plus. We smoke so many cigarettes.
Zach, where can people find you?
You can find me on Twitter or maybe Snapchat at Pride Point, or on Twitter is at Brave Snuggles. So go ahead.
And I'm JB Askovich on Instagram, and that's really all I use. And find me as JB Askovich on YouTube.
Okay, and lastly, just to make sure that it was said, I don't know if it got lost in the jumble there, but 100 Years Productions does have a Patreon page that we link to in the description of each episode. Any amount, like literally, this is a hobby of ours that we love doing, and pretty much any and all money that we would get from the Patreon would go to helping to support not only this show, but other shows like You'll Like 'Em and Noise Choice Boys and
we'll just
Lion's
buy
Den.
a bunch of sound foam.
Yeah.
We'll do nothing but buy sound foam, yes.
Perfect.
So any amount that you can pitch in would be it would be
Very helpful.
We would be indebted to you.
Please.
So
Show up
We
my
could
house.
we would be
afford
so-
Terry Crews.
yeah, we would be
Oh, man.
we would be so grateful.
Show up to my house with a bag of change, please.
And I think that's about it in terms of all the plugs and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Next time on Friends by Default.
I eat a whole.
I don't know.
Oh, wow. That was great improvisational skills,
I
everybody.
got scared.
I was gonna say I was gonna eat a whole brick, but you didn't let me finish it.
All right.
Could you eat a whole brick?
Oh, I can eat a whole brick. You think I can't eat a whole fucking brick?
I don't-
Look me in the eyes and tell me I can't eat a whole brick.
I'm
Can I
worried.
eat a whole brick.
See you guys.